sorry. This is just, this is just a quick video today. It's something that's been on my mind for quite a while regarding the 4040 Pro, the Sainsmarts. I have done a lot of modifications to that machine, and there's, as I say, there's a 800 watt VFD spindle that I'm going to be. I've shown you. I've done a video on that, connecting it to the VFD and checking that it runs okay and everything. And that will be. I will be doing a video on that when it's installed, and I'll show you the box that it's put into. But one of the most annoying things about this machine, and I'm sure other people have the same problem, is the fact of that touch off probe on a lead plugged in. Now I do have a little box that I wrap the cable up and I put it on, but on a couple of occasions the cable has somehow caught, and it's gone on the x-axis, caught the x-axis somehow, don't know how, or it's caught the y-axis when it's been up at home. And it's been one of my bugbears with this, and I thought, I'm fed up of it, so I'm going to do something that makes it easier. That lead does not have to be there unless you're probing, you're touching off. And I've done it. It's simple. I'll show you what it is, and it just includes a little 3D printed box and like your miniature female and male, I think 3.5 jack plug connections. I'll show you the packet and show you the what I've purchased. I've got them there. They were relatively cheap from Amazon. If anybody's interested, I will put a link down there. They're not the best quality. I'll explain why in a moment, but it works and it does the trick. So what I'll do now is I'll show you what I've done and what I've ended up with, and this thing makes the touch off probe completely utterly safe now to use as regards catching that lead. It might not happen to some people, but it didn't have to annoy the hell out of me. Having to coil it up every time. Oh, I want to touch off again. I'll uncoil it all, and then no. And I don't think it does any good for the cable as well, because it's only a fine 3-strand cable. It's flexible, but yeah, you know what it is with cable. It can get trapped, and next thing you know, it's broken a lead. So right, I'll take it down. I'll show you what it is. Right, here we are. Right, this is what I've ended up with. Okay, that's the probe, that's the lead. This is now how it works. There's a short lead out of there, and I'll show you what's inside that in a moment. It's a simple 3D printed box, and that's your jack plug. So now when I probe it, all I do is connect that in, touch off, disconnected. This should have been done really from manufacturer. They could have done it somewhere where it incorporated a jack plug instead of the white plug. I'm sure they could have done that, but it is what it is, and it's what it came with. Now I'll get you these out. These are from Amazon. They're relatively cheap. First thing is, I'll show you if I can get the packet open. There we are, open. Right, that's the jack plug side. Okay, just unscrews, and if you look, it's got, that's it, it unscrews from there. That's a 3-pin jack plug. Okay, not a 2-pin, it needs a 3 because your cable's 3. Okay, it's relatively easy to solder, and then I slip some which I show you on this one. You can see the shrink wrap, and it just stops it from being pulled out. Okay, that's basically all it is. You need that, and it doesn't matter which of how you solder it up to that, as long as each pin corresponds to the pin on the female. I'll show you the female. And what I did was, once I'd installed that, now that's a locking collar, but to be fair, they're pretty poor, because the thread is only really grippy down near the bottom part, because the thread's so sloppy. But I just put a bit of super glue around, tightened it up, and it's spot on. Okay, now if you can see that there, so and all I did was use the corresponding connections. Okay, so what I did was solder this up first, and I'll show you inside. Pop that over there. This is just a box, and it's a clip-on lid, that's all it is. Okay, it just clips on. Once it's on, it's on. It's 3D printed. Now you can see that that's in there now. Okay, so all I did was this will be, I haven't done it yet, but I know it all works. This will go on top of, if you look on your x-axis near the black box at the rear, you'll find the top bar, support bar. There's two, and then there's a lead screw in the middle. The joint at the left hand side, because that's solid aluminium, the bar runs through your guide rail. Then what I'm going to do is, that sits on top of it, and I shall drill 2 holes in, 3mm, tap them out, and then put 2 short screws in. That will hold that on top of that knuckle joint. It's in way of nothing. That then plugs into your black box. Okay, I've just given enough room flexibility that it's in there and you're not pulling on that. Okay, so that's connected to that, and then I just clipped the wire, peeled them back, and then soldered them in here. Okay, you've obviously to put the cable through first, then get hold of your plug, and I have a cable device, I'll show you on it, which is, this is it, which is 3D printed, and it's just spring loaded. Okay, and all I did was get the cable, pop that in there, just pull that out, pop that in there like that, and then as you put the cables up to it, the 3 strand cable, if you look at the 3 strands on it, one's white, but it's that way across. Okay, so all I did was I connected those cables up, and I numbered them white, middle, left, or right, that side, middle, left, and I kept them in that orientation for that. Soldered them on. It's pretty simple. Okay, once I'd done that, what I did then was I got this one in here, the same, but what I did was, before I did that, is I actually plugged this into that like that, and I have my, just to make sure that this was working, the pin, the male, and those connections are okay. And what I did then was I got the same, I touched the probe, put it on continuity, touched one connector, and made sure that which connector that came through on. Okay, and then it was just a simple case of lining your cables up, and that's it. And then I just did a test afterwards, make sure that each cable were connected correctly. That's it, job done. All right, I then put shrink wrap over this, just to and just nipped it at the end. So I'll just move this out of the way so you can see, because these are soldered up, these can move about a bit, so I split some shrink wrap, made sure it went through here, and I nipped it so that it went and separated these, so that it's impossible for the cables to touch inside. Fed the cap on like that, and the shrink wrap came out of the end here. Alright, I just did that as a bit of extra support for the cable, because this is it's flexible, but it's pretty flimsy. And then, as you can see on that one, because you can't see any holes there, is what I did, I put shrink wrap over that and then shrunk that to that, which makes it now a completely sturdy, and you'll have a job on pulling that cable out. Screwed it up, and then that's my connection. Alright, now it's not Einstein's theory. Anybody with a bit of, and I use a cordless soldering iron, it's simple enough to do. Those were cheap. I put a link to them on in the description, but you can get them all over. I got a pack and they're really cheap, male and female. They came as a combined kit, but it just makes this a lot easier to use. And you've only got to make sure that when you snip the cable, that from the top of this box to your actual it only matters on your x-axis. It doesn't matter with your y-axis, because this moves up and down with the y-axis. It's only x-axis when it goes full tilt across to that way, if you're going to be touching off at that side. But this goes right away across, so I've got full swing. So when you've touched off, wherever you're touching off, it'll reach. And then just disconnect that, and I've put that in the drawer. Okay, just makes life a lot simpler and really safer, because I've come close to catching this and stretching it, and I thought last thing I wanted wrecking the pins out. But I'm sure that a lot of the 4040 owners will have had at some stage the bugbear of dealing with this. As I say, I had a little white unit on, and this slotted into it. It was on the end of the x-axis near the black box, and I used to just put it in, clip that on and wrap the cable around, but inevitably it did come undone. It was okay to put that in, but then you've got all this cable, which is neither here nor there, until you get it caught or nip it. And yeah, wasn't the best of designs, but they could have cured that by simply putting one of them on the end of this cable and putting one of them in the black box. That would have made it far more simple and more efficient for me. But that's it, 3D printed, some little bits and bats for your connectors, and that's it. And that makes that job a lot easier. You can get the wireless ones now, the wireless touch off probes, which looks very good, but you've got these. I have a spare one of these which costs £10, identical to that, and I shall do that eventually to it. But I just use that as a spare. But they're about £40 odd of the wireless ones, and all the good. I'm not saying they aren't, but it's just more expense. And when you've got something like this that you can adapt, make it more user friendly, brilliant. Okay, so that's it. That's the end of this video. As I say, we're on a short one, and I felt it one of them things, it annoyed the hell out of me, this thing. Simple £10 touch off probe, good at what it does, but annoying when it comes to that long lead and putting it somewhere. And a lot of people, you read in the forums, a lot of people pull that little white plug out every time, like that. When they pull it out, some's pulled the cable out. So yeah, should have been dealt with manufacturer, simple to have done for them, and it would have made it more efficient. Alright, right, that's it to this video. Give me a thumbs up, don't forget like and subscribe. Look out for my next videos coming up, because I've got some good ones coming up. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and I'd like to get my numbers up a little bit. I've got an awful lot of videos on, but for some reason I don't get a lot of subscribers. Maybe it's me and my videos. It is what it is. I'm no professional at this. I try my best, but it would help. So if you watch the video, please subscribe. It does make a difference for me, and it shows that people are enjoying my videos that I do. So that's it, and as I always say at the end of my videos, you be safe, you be careful, and bye for now. Bye.